The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
Hi there. How's everybody doing on this Monday? I know it wasn't a planned thing. That's why it's called Impromptu. I got to leave to go get the kiddo here in about an hour, but I just wanted to kind of check in individually. I created a separate YouTube for what was going to be my accountability doing the DDPY again and making the better choices and doing all the things. And that lasted about 2 days. Only because there have been so many unscheduled tasks arise that the ability to sit down and do a visual accountability journal, for lack of a better terminology, just wasn't going to happen. So I've just pretty much been quiet everywhere. And that gets people worried about me. So I figured out, okay, we'll fill everybody in on the work side of things. That way, nobody has to sit there and dwell on whether I'm getting lost in some proverbial mental rabbit hole. God damn it. Too much shit on this couch. Anyway, so by the grace of God or whatever, WrestleMania week is next week. It's actually, for us, it starts Saturday, which is awesome. So I've been able to, at least in the work side of things, be like, okay, cool, we've got something tangible coming up that I can focus on. And I have as I have for the last couple of years now, a wonderful team in place to keep the wheels on the track, if you will. So there is that. I'm grateful that we have our open mic night wrestling themed karaoke on Saturday. We've got our WrestleMania week hype stream Sunday night that JJ will also host. I am scheduled as of now to be in Topanga Canyon at the mall with my buddies, the LA Dolls, on that day. We'll see how that goes, right? I don't know if that's going to be a thing or not. I hope so, but it depends on a lot of variables. And, then we hit Monday, and a lot of people have been asking me, because I kind of half, like almost under my breath on Saturday mentioned this, and I decided that now that I had made it out loud and actually said it, it needs to be a thing, and it needs to be a commitment. So that's what it's going to be. So Monday, April 1st, will be the last episode of Talk Wrestling. Officially, after 17 years. Almost 17. We didn't quite hit it. A lot of reasons for this, a lot of factors involved, but the main thing is the attempt to get back to format that we had carried for the first 4 years of the show didn't work. So rather than spin my wheels trying to figure out how to make it better when I've tried a new approach and an old approach, it's like, okay, hell with it. Done. So that show will be going away the first day of WrestleMania week. And how can we, the fans, know that's not April Fool's joke? Well, the way to know that, JJ, is to do what I have asked my family to do and what has been asked of me as a father, and that is to have faith and to believe in what is said. I've thought about Talk Wrestling going away for a lot longer than a lot of people realize. And the truth is, the show has actually gone away 2 other times. Of course, the big falling out back in 2011 with Aaron, and then in 2017 after the at the time permanent, we thought, retirement of the Undertaker with the big moment on the stage after the match with Roman Reigns. I felt it was time for me to step away, and it turned out that it wasn't. My task as host of Talk Wrestling was not yet done, and now I feel it is. Talk Wrestling had its time. It had its place as a Q&A show. Unfortunately, a lot of people are doing that now. It just kind of is what it is. So and the other thing is, I see, no, don't. It's like, you guys weren't responding when I would do the Q&As. I wasn't getting the super chats. I wasn't getting the feedback. I wasn't getting the interaction. So it's one of those. I had a very similar conversation with my family about an internal matter over the weekend. It's like, I shouldn't have to coerce the audience into me getting my way. Like, that's not how this is supposed to work. And it's not working. So I will continue on, directing Stat Boys Sports Bar, appearing on camera if I have to there, participating in the Greg Cherry Show when I can. Meech's Musings will be now a kind of a combination show, I guess. We'll still do the shills on that day. We'll still talk about the personal life shit on that show, but we'll also be, talking about wrestling, because, I Talk Wrestling going away will mean I do a personal discussion, talking head about wrestling on that show. It just consolidates things. Yeah, this is an old one, Brando. I'm actually going to be picking my son up from school and taking him home, and then doing my workout for the day there. So I figured, just go ahead and be dressed. Anyway, and plus my new heart monitor's over there, so I kind of have to go over there, kind of keep that with things. No, that's valid, Jay. And the reason it's on April 1st, it's because it's the Monday. It's not my fault that Monday's April 1st. April 1st is a bad day for a lot of reasons in our life, Jay, and I think you know more of them than anybody. And I'm going to try very hard to make it more of a wake and more of a celebration of the show than I am a memorial service. I use the tombstone as the graphic, but it is what it is. Get you supporting the decision. I seriously do. And yeah, as I said, I haven't told anybody this publicly yet, because I'm not really sure it's even going to be a thing, but I'm trying to put it into the atmosphere. The struggles that Dylan are dealing with, the struggles that Dylan is currently dealing with, are being met in a different light. So I may end up having my afternoons back. We will see. Again, it's very early in the discussion process, and yeah, that's basically what it comes down to, Daniel. I'm merging the two shows, and just realizing that Talk Wrestling on its own is just not what it was back in 2007. So, but I had said I would not do the solo shows until WrestleMania week, and that is still going to be a thing. I will be in the director's chair tomorrow for Stat Boy Sports Bar. I will be, in all likelihood, on the Greg Cherry Show on Wednesday. I don't remember if we had talked about me participating, but if I am welcome to participate, I will on Thursday, and that will be Jack of all trades. If I end up participating on Thursday, that will be another one of those additions to the lead up to WrestleMania. JJ, you're here, and I'm early enough where I'm catching you before you go get your kids. Do we have something scheduled Friday that I'm just not remembering? On the 29th? I swear there's something. I just don't remember, if I'm being 100% honest. I mean, 8 is enough. Great TV show. All right. Oh, that's right. I forget you're on spring break. Okay. Well, either way, do we have something scheduled for the 29th? Because my brain is just not doing that. I know we're officially kicking off WrestleMania week with the karaoke on Saturday, which we do have the trailer. Okay. Okay. So we'll consider Jack of all trades the pre-show, like the unofficial lead into WrestleMania week. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, we got the WrestleMania karaoke on Saturday, the hype show on Sunday, Talk Wrestling on Monday next week, Stat Boys Sports Bar, which will feature not only the general sports discussion, but also whoever's on that show is going to get the WrestleMania predictions that day. Same with the Greg Cherry show. Greg and I had talked about it, and Maddie, he figured April 3rd would be a WrestleMania prediction show. So that's what we're doing. April 2nd will also be simply predicting. Yeah, that's accurate, Jay. The calm before the storm. I remember you said you're going to NXT Live on Saturday, so that's cool, Matthew. You have to let us know how NXT is. Simply predicting with Noah and JJ and whoever they have on their stream will be Tuesday night after Stat Boy Sports Bar. Wednesday night after the Greg Cherry show will be simply predicting for NXT Stand and Deliver. Thursday night, if necessary, will be another WrestleMania predictions on simply predicting, depending on how big the card goes. And then Thursday early afternoon for the West Coasters, mid-afternoon for the East Coasters. I am going to run it, but I want to be able to verbalize it too, because I enjoy talking about it, Jay. Thursday will be the first watch along of the weekend, which will be Bloodsport, the GCW Josh Barnett special. Thursday then will be simply predicting if necessary. Simply predicting will also be Meech's musings, predicting WrestleMania. It's just little old me. Friday we get crazy with all the things. So what I'm going to do is take your suggestion, because once we get to Friday, it's pretty bonkers. So from the creative video making of one Mr. JJ Williams, here is what's coming up for WrestleMania season, WrestleMania week for us across the multiverse.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
Yeah, that little advisory there. A lot of shit going on. Like I said, I don't know. I was looking for a video while that was playing. I don't think I saved it though, which pisses me off because I meant to. Grr. Okay, we're gonna have to do that a different day. That's okay. We'll run this one at least for now. All right, on. LJ is going to be on the Greg Cherry Show. Cool. I will promise to keep my giant ass foot out of my mouth if I'm on with you guys. Last time wasn't so good. So yeah, that'll be cool. CJ, I saw your super chat. Thank you. To be fair, haven't got a whole lot of those from a lot of people. It hasn't been just you. You're not the only one that's been stingy. So and that's negative connotation toward you. That's not in my intent. But yeah, that's everything coming up starting Saturday. Again, I mentioned Greg Cherry Show, Greg Cherry brand, Jack of all trades on Thursday. That'll be across both of our channels, hopefully. I think I set it up like that. Just to get more eyes on the product, man. I want everybody to see this Jack of all trades. Jack of all trades is bananas. So I don't have the video handy, and I feel like a jack off for not doing it. So sorry in advance, darling. But I talked about this song on Saturday. It dropped on Friday. My buddy Ariel Belvalere and her new single, Till the Clock Strikes. So what I'm going to do is play a snippet that she posted in her Instagram story of the chorus. And this is her in full stage readiness for a show she's part of right now here in LA called Drag the Musical. So let me just go ahead and run it really quick while I'm thinking about it. Check it out. That is on Spotify and YouTube right now. I think it's YouTube Topic. I'm not sure how that algorithm works, but anyway, definitely streaming on Spotify. 1,500 and something streams, I think it said, over the weekend. She was just so tickled. I'm not sure if I can. I'm on my phone, Jay. So I can't share the screen. But thank you if that's what it is. I couldn't see. All I saw was a YouTube link. I love the WrestleMania themes. And we actually talked about that, Seth. It's safety. I always call you Seth when it says safety, like through, like I should figure out what that says. We actually talked about that song and a bunch of others like it the other day on Dads. So I invite everybody again to check out last week's episode of Dad's Not Always on Wrestling, as we talked about the top 10 theme songs in the 40 years of WrestleMania. So please go give that a check out, give it a like, give it a review, all the things. Please do that, because JJ and I really enjoyed doing that show, and we got it done in a relative short amount of time, which is always a bonus. Of course, Dad's WrestleMania week, as you saw, will be the greatest women's championship matches in WrestleMania history, which includes the tag titles. So there is that. So again, so much good stuff coming up. You saw in the in the trailer, JJ is bringing back his review show, but it's not Renegade reviews, it's Custine Studios reviews, and I am looking forward to hearing his thoughts on these documentaries. Super fan, of course. You know, I will always tout myself as a wrestling fan, a WWE fan, but Vladimir is the super fan. There's no disputing that fact, and his story is tremendous. The 2012 documentary on Dwayne Johnson was good in its time. I think it could use a update. Cody's documentary that appeared on Peacock last year, I think it was. That was good. Very much looking forward to Bray Wyatt's documentary dropping on Monday, and JJ's review of it on Thursday. And then I absolutely love the Paul Heyman documentary. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, so definitely gonna want to hear JJ's thoughts on that. He and I have talked about it over the years because I think he had a hard copy. I think he lent me his hard copy of that when it came out, if I remember right. God, that was 10 years ago now, something like that. Maybe even a little bit earlier or sooner, I should say. Well, I will not keep you from that too much longer, my friend. I promise. But yeah, there's just so much content. We did the math. There's 22 streams over the course of 9 days across one or more of the outlets of the multiverse. And plus all the social media outlets that some of these shows are on, Facebook, X, Instagram, if I can pull it off, Twitter, if I can pull it off. Jesus, I keep trying to stream on X, and because I deactivated my X out of, panic or whatever, I can't get it to cooperate now. So I'm going to have to work on that today while I'm home. Anyway. So yeah. They're both really good. Again, The Rock's is good if you keep it in the context of when it was recorded, which was over a decade ago now. And yeah, they've got 13 days in a row starting today. I think it is. Well, that would have been yesterday, actually, because they had a stream yesterday. It would have been Saturday because they had a stream yesterday, or Saturday too. So no, they didn't have it was yesterday. Did Aaron stream it Saturday? Somebody help me out there. Throw me a bone. I don't remember. Anyway. So Thursday will be Jack of All Trades. I definitely encourage everybody to watch that show. Jack of All Trades is a fun Greg Cherry exclusive that he conceptualized. It's a great show, but I can't say no to watching opening day of baseball. That's a rite of passage for baseball fans. Well, I'm glad Aaron didn't streak Saturday because, God, that'd be frightening. That'd be like the Oscars. If you know, folks. Wish I hadn't seen it. Anyway, so yeah, starting yesterday was his 13 days in a row. So yeah, it's always a busy time when Mania is on the horizon. So we'll see what happens. As long as the Motor City Machine Guns don't end up inside Ford Field right now, that'd be great. You guys know what I'm talking about. Google Ford Field right now and what's in the news. Good Lord. I'm being 100% serious. They are in the news at Ford Field for all the wrong reasons. Like it's creepy up there. But yeah, as far as WrestleMania, we'll have prediction shows all next week. Again, simply predicting on Tuesday, possibly Thursday. Mikey and Statboy Sports Bar staff on Tuesday as well. Greg Cherry show on Wednesday, possibly simply predicting on Thursday. Definitely me on Thursday. So yeah, WrestleMania predictions all next week, as well as on the ODQ side of things as well. So if you want to hear about my picks, my thoughts for WrestleMania matches, that'll be next week. And yeah, oh yeah, Brando, yeah, that's a thing. It's a thing. I don't even want to put it out there on my own platform. It's that odd and just morbid and weird. But it's fucked up. That's what it is. Anyway, what I also want to do, if I may, I believe, and JJ can confirm this, the video at the very bottom of this list is the new trailer for our Friends documentary, correct? If it is, I'm going to go ahead and run that now because I've not had the chance to actually watch it yet, and I've been wanting to. And I figure no time like the present. If this is what I think it is, this is a trailer number 2 for the Gary Hebert documentary from our buddy James Hebert. Let's check that out. And
now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
Okay, good. I'm not going to talk about it because yuck.
Gary Hebert, the man, the myth, the legend. I was amazed, and I was looking to become a better skater myself, and I wanted to be like Gary.
When you look at a guy like this, he's one of the most talented people in his profession. He's been given gifts by God.
It can get frustrating at times when you're trying things that, that maybe don't come as quickly to you as other things. And, you never really felt that sense of frustration with Gary. It was always about improvement and positive reinforcement.
Was it really the end? Was that head injury really the end? God has called Gary to continue to be a blessing to others and to be a passionate example.
My name is Gary Hebert.
Okay, so this is the original
World Academy of Hockey.
That's okay. It's always
Otherwise
good.
known as the Inside Edge.
I would recommend anybody that have a chance to come to his hockey school. I think it'd be well worth it. It'd be rewarding to all the kids and anyone he coaches, from whether it's an adult, a professional player, to a little kid like a Mike or a Squirt.
Gary, from day one, has been instrumental to my hockey career. I started out as a potential Division III player, and Gary brought me single-handedly through high school and into a top Division I prospect. I owe it all to Gary, the biggest legend on and off ice there's ever been.
Listen, watch, learn, be confident, and have faith. Those are the answers I was brought to. Yet, I only now am really learning how truly important those 5 things are.
Through preparation, through appropriate thoughtfulness and thinking, we can learn to untie the typical knots between our ears that drive us into underachievement and underperformance. And lo and behold, we can learn, I think, to fulfill our God-given potential.
Gary has the innate ability to make people not only better players, but better people. The life lessons they learn from Gary are incredible.
I can always remember leaving that rink knowing as a player I got better, or I had something to improve on to get better. And I think that's what you excelled on as a coach, is giving us the knowledge to know what we needed to do to get better.
There's coaches who know the game, but can you communicate and create passion in your kids and in your players? And Gary's able to do that.
Gary's got great knowledge and the great hands, but more importantly, his ability to connect with people and care for them. His communication skills, to me, really stand out and separate him, and that's why he's one of the best, in the world.
Gary's a legend. He's a special, special man.
I agree. So yeah, apparently we're not going to run the second trailer. It was in the chat room that there's copyright music and we're not going to get pinged for it. So that'll be what it'll be. As far as the cue cards thing, I understand that did happen on a couple of the people in that documentary. Yeah, remember, these aren't, seasoned interviewee subjects, if you will. They don't always go out there and, talk to people after a game or during warm-ups or whatever, like, the kids nowadays do. So I'd be very surprised if a lot of them weren't having helper cards there to make sure they, said what they wanted to say. And I for something like that, it's important as hell to make sure you say what you mean what you say, especially when you're talking about somebody that you value so much, as I know these people do with Gary Hebert. So that, I believe, is what's happening there. All right, I went 30. I wanted to go 30, so I'm happy with myself today. Again, there's a lot of cool stuff coming up, folks. So please don't sleep on the Jeff Beacher Network Multiverse Media just yet. And as far as Talk Wrestling, again, Talk Wrestling is going away unless I'm given a very, very good reason to keep it around. Because right now, I don't have that. So I'm planning on a memorial. I'm planning on a wake. I'm planning on a goodbye. If the next 7 days prove otherwise, then we'll get there. But if you've not yet watched the latest For Love of Wrestling over in the Casa, please go do that. If you've not watched Open Mic Night from Saturday, please go do that. If you've not watched the latest episode of Dads, please go do that. And if you've not turned on the subscription bell or notifications, hit that bell to let you know when we go live across the multiverse. Please do that. And we will see you guys all this week. And then WrestleMania week next week, folks. My goodness, it's a thing. Until then, I'm the Meech. You already knew that. Have a good rest of your Monday.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.